guys, I just wanted to come on here and quickly say, oh my god, look how long my hair is getting. That's not what I wanted to say, but I wanted to tell you guys that I'm reading Circe. I started it like a couple of days ago. Circe by Madeline Miller. I'm about like 60% in, 65% in. It's super good. I'm really enjoying myself. It's very like poetic, lyrical. It's very good writing. Like, it's just really pretty. I'm really enjoying myself. I was expecting more of like an adventure, like mythology book. This is like my first mythology book. I don't think the Secret History counts because they only talked about Dionysus, who's the god of wine and carelessness. So there wasn't really much focus about that. It was more focused about the characters. Anyway, so this is like technically my first mythology vibe book. So yeah, I'm really liking it. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be more of like an adventure type of vibe, but it's more of like a character study and more character driven and reflective, which I'm okay with. It kind of gives me like literary fiction, which I was not expecting at all. I thought we were going on this like big adventure vibe. We are not. I mean, there are moments when it's like adventure time, like we're gonna, you know, figure out how to fix this thing that just happened. Like, I feel like I don't want to spoil anything, but like there are moments when like things happen, but mostly we are following like Circe and how she changes as a person over time. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to finish this either tomorrow or the day after, I don't know. And then I'm gonna hop onto this book that my coworker put in my mailbox. It's called Thirst for Salt by Madeline Lucas. I don't remember what it's about, but it has all the beachy summer vibes, and I love reading books that are set in the summer during summer. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like set in Australia. It's in the water where she first saw him, a local man almost 20 years her senior, adrift in the summer. Yes. After finishing college, a young woman is on a holiday with her mother in an isolated Australian coastal town. Finding herself pulled to Jude, the man in the water, she begins losing herself in the simple, seductive rhythm of his everyday life. Hi, oh my god, I'm so freaking sweaty because I don't have the AC in my car because I wanted to give an update about the book that I'm reading. So if I'm like sweating and my eyes get teary, it's because I'm hot. I didn't even take out my book, so one sec. But I just chilled at the beach for like almost 3 hours just reading. I did go swimming for a bit. I don't really swim though, at least today I didn't. I just like kind of stood and like zoned out in the water. It was really nice. It's my day off, so I could do that. I started reading Thirst for Salt by Madeline Lucas yesterday, and I have mixed feelings. I think it's growing on me slowly. I don't think I explained what this book is about. So in this book, we're following this girl named, what the heck is her name? I think she's a nameless narrator. Oh my god, I don't think she has a name. That's crazy. That I'm just realizing that. So it's our nameless narrator that goes to this beach on the coast in Australia with her mother. So it's just them two staying in a cottage, or a cabin, I'm sorry. I'm so hot. They're staying in a cabin, and she ends up, and she like loves to go swimming, go to the beach every day. It has all the summer vibes. But one day she's reading a book, and a shadow covers her from the sun, and she looks up, and it's a man named Jude, and he pretty much just like thinks she's hot, and he hits on her. And it's a small town, so they like kept running into each other, and then it builds into this romance. So it's like going back and forth between two different timelines, when they met and how their romantic relationship developed, and then back to current times when she's like in her 40s trying to have a baby and he's no longer in her life. We don't really know what happened, but yeah, I'm about 100 pages in. The reason why I say I don't know how I feel about it is, number one, the main character just seems like there are no characters that I'm like in love with, okay? All the characters just feel very they're just fine. Like I just like don't really, no one has stood out to me. I'm not obsessed with anyone. There are like moments in the like the prose that I'm like, oh wow, I have felt like this before about love or whatever. And I haven't read a romance book in a while, so it's just kind of like, it's just, I don't know, it's like really focused on the romance aspect and less about like what's going on in her life besides this man that she just met one summer and is just like head over heels for. Like she just graduated from university, she has these two best friends, but it's like 100 pages in and there's not really any focus on them. She does talk about her single mom, but like even her, she like abandons her mother that she's on this trip with at this small ass town with, and hangs out with this new man she met, Jude. So like it's just kind of like, girl, do you really care about anyone besides like this guy that you met? Also, I didn't even mention, so she's 24 when they meet and he's 42. It's illegal, you know, she's over 18, but I'm just like, anytime a man is like 10 years older than me, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like your early 20s, I think that's still young. 24 is, I think, still young, but who am I? I'm not the judge. I'm not the one to decide. But yeah, it's super atmospheric. Like I really want to go to Australia and go swimming now. And it's the perfect beach read. Yeah, I will keep you updated. People are like looking at me as they walk. Maybe they're not. It's probably in my head. But yeah, oh my god, I'm like sweaty. I'm gonna turn the AC on and go home now. And I have work in the morning. So I really took advantage of today. But yeah, okay, goodbye. Hi guys, I just wanted to do a little update because I finished a book yesterday and it's Circe by Madeline Miller. I could not put this book down. I literally could not put it down. It was written so beautifully. It was so lyrical. It was just like written so well. But yeah, 5 out of 5. If you don't know, this book is about Circe. It's a retelling of Circe, who is the daughter of Helios, who is the god of the sun. She pretty much gets exiled to a deserted island for eternity by herself because, number one, she's a witch. Number two, she turns a nymph into a monster, and she turned a mortal into a god in the beginning of the book. So like she gets exiled. Zeus is like, you gotta go, and her dad is like not even defending her. Like it's so sad. And you're just following Circe like for hundreds and hundreds of years. She's living in this beautiful island called Aiaia, and she's staying at this cottage where there's an abundance of food, like fruits, veggies, and like herbs, because she's a witch, so she needs to like she needs to like collect a bunch of herbs and like make spells, or like I don't know, she needs the herbs for the spells. Don't ask me, okay? That's what happened in the book. And she has like wolves and lions as pets. Oh my god, I was eating this book up. It was so freaking fun. It was so atmospheric. Yes, she was by herself like for like a lot of the years in this island, but like she also gets a lot of visitors. There's also like an adventure side with this book. Like I don't want to spoil, but like there's definitely like 4 scenes that I can think of that are just like, oh my god, like I'm so nervous. Like there's like plot twists and stuff like that, but it's mostly character driven, which I was okay with, because I was actually so nervous to get into this book because I was like, I've never read any like books that has mythology in it except for The Secret History, but that's the only one. But now I know about Helios, I know about Circe. Like I'm really getting my mythology game up to par. But yeah, I'm super excited to read The Song of Achilles because it's by the same author. I am so sold by this author. Like this author can write, and she's just definitely saying some shit about motherhood, self-esteem, and not being like naive. And just like women getting taken advantage of, even when you allow like all these. Okay, there's a scene where Cersei allows all these men into her home because they were lost at sea and they didn't know how to get back, whatever. So they come to her, they knock at her door like, oh my god, goddess, like, oh, they don't know she's a goddess. Oh my god, ma'am, like, we need help, like, we're lost and sad. And she's just like, she's such a sweetie patootie. Like, Cersei's such a kind character, goddess. So she's just like, oh my god, yeah. So she gives them her food and feeds them, gives them wine, and like makes them feel welcome. But then the moment they find out she doesn't have a father or like a husband or a man in that cottage she's staying in on the island, they take advantage of her. There's this really graphic scene in the middle of the book, and I'm just like, it's just so sad. It makes me so sad. But yeah, like, I feel like there's a lot of great themes in this book. It's written really well. The character development is phenomenal. Like, all the characters I feel like were developed pretty well. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I cared about like all the characters. And yeah, please go read this if you haven't. And if you have, like, oh my god, let's obsess over it. Like, it's just so good. I cannot believe I owned this book for 3 years. I don't remember. I bought it at Barnes & Nobles, I remember. And it took me this long to read it. Like, girla, like, what are you thinking? But yeah, love this book. Hello, I just finished the book I Want to Die, But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by Baek Se-hee. And yes, I definitely looked up how to say that name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I know I have no business rating a memoir. I'm wearing a hat because I just came back from a walk and it was super hot and sunny. But I have no business rating a memoir, but I felt like I kind of had to. This book follows a woman in like her 20s that works in a publishing house, and she starts having some, like, I guess she's always had like symptoms of depression and anxiety, and she starts seeing a psychiatrist, and it's pretty much a conversation between psychiatrist and patient. And you know, the book, it didn't really offer anything revolutionary for me. I feel like I'm always a fan of people being vulnerable about their emotions, especially if it's like negative emotions, because I feel like society like shuns us, or we shun ourselves from being open about those things. So I love that. Like, it was great to read that and be like, oh my god, yeah, I definitely have had days like that too. Like, it was great. You know what I'm saying? There was only 2 things I don't like about it. I think number 1 is I felt like the psychiatrist pushed medication on the patient a little too much. One example I could think of is that the patient came in and she was like, I feel like I have like an addiction with just wanting to get attention constantly. If I'm not getting attention from like coworkers and stuff, I start to get really sad and depressed. Or when she told her, I want to start drinking less alcohol. Both of those times, and I'm thinking of this off the top of my head, she recommended medication for this patient, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I'm not anti-medication. Like, I know people in my life, like people I went to high school and college with, that really benefited from taking medication. I just don't like it when that's like the first solution that like psychiatrists or therapists or whatever go to. So like that was like a red flag for me. So I was like irritated by that. What's the other thing that annoyed me? Oh yeah, coming back to like the whole like attention thing, the psychiatrist was like, you know, I don't think you're the type of person that actually wants attention. I think if you really wanted attention, you would wear revealing clothes that shows too much of your skin, and you would have a bunch of tattoos. Girl, what? Like, why are you pushing that agenda? Like, I did not like that. I was like, ew, like, what? And I understand this book is translated from Korean, and I'm reading it from the view of someone that lived in the West most of my life, so maybe that's why that rubbed me the wrong way, because like I feel like there are many reasons why someone would wear revealing clothes or wear tattoos. Number 1 being they like it. Like, I don't know, hot take, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's weird. But aside from that, but then I had to like open my mind, and I'm like, okay, like maybe I'm just reading it from the perspective of someone that's already has certain ideas about like people that have tattoos or wear revealing clothes, and my instinct is like they just like it, or they think it's like it looks, they like it, like, period, you know. But yeah, aside from that, it was, you know, I think it had really good like advice on like accepting yourself for who you are and being yourself and loving yourself and stuff like that. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. And yeah, so I've already finished 2 books for July. I've finished 2 books for July. Now I have to now I'm reading Thirst for Salt. I think I already talked about that book. Yeah, Thirst for Salt by Madeline Lucas. And then I started a new book today, which was kind of a mistake. I had no business starting a new book that was not on my July TBR. And it's Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami, and it's so good. Oh my god, it's the bubbly making me burp like that. It's mango, by the way. What was I saying? Kafka on the Shore, super good. I'm only 10% in and I'm really into it. I didn't mean to like start it. It's just like I had finished all my books on my iPad, and I was like, clearly this is my chance to download a new one, you know. I could have downloaded The Picture of Dorian Gray, but I feel like to read The Picture of Dorian Gray, I feel like I need to like have jazz music in the back, drink like a glass of wine or shots of espresso, you know what I mean? Very like 1800s vibes, you know? And I also feel like I need to be somewhere like some like cute little coffee shop or something. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it by July. We'll see. Not The Picture of Dorian Gray, but the Kafka on the Shore. But yeah, that's my updates. For tonight, I'm definitely gonna read Thirsty for Salt and call it a day. I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm just gonna like read until I fall asleep. And then tomorrow I'm going to a play. It's the Cabaret play. I think it's called the Cabaret. With my sister. It should be super fun. We shall see.
Sadly, your punishment is going to be an evening.
Is this my sign to read this book? Hi. I have finished Thirst for Salt by Madeline Lucas. I'm wearing a swimsuit because I can't decide if I want to go to the beach right now or if I want to go on a run first. So I'm just kind of, and I also just woke up, so I don't really know what I want to do. But anyway, I woke up super early. My job actually called me and they were like, hey, like, you don't have to come to work, but you'll still get paid. And I was like, okay. And it was right like an hour before I had to show up to work. I was like, okay. So then I obviously couldn't go back to sleep. But once I get interrupted, I can't go back to sleep. So I finished this book. Thirst for Salt really caught me by surprise. I think it might be one of my favorite books that I've read. One of them. That's my cat, sorry. Why do you ask? Okay, so this book is about a nameless narrator who's 24, who's staying at Sailor's Beach, which is in Australia. So she's on like the coast, and it's super beachy, and it's a small ass town, and she's with her mom. She meets this 40-something-year-old and they spark up a romance. But this book is more than that. It's about more than that. It's about longing and just having like an all-consuming love where you constantly need like validation, and you're never sure if your partner or whoever, you know, the person you're dating loves you enough, as they say and repeat. It's just like you constantly need assurance. And yeah, this book was really something, because remember, I think my first update about this book, I had read like 100 pages and I was like, I'm getting irritated. Like, this girl is dropping everything about her life to be with Jude, who is the romantic partner, the love interest. Yeah. And I was like, she's dropping her friends. She doesn't even like have no interests outside of him, and she's not spending time with her family. It's like Jude, and it's all about Jude. But then as the book continues and they pass the honeymoon phase and she's staying with Jude at his beach house, such immaculate summer vibes in this book. I will forever recommend this as one of the books to read in the summer. Oh my god, this is the book you take to the beach, okay? As the honeymoon phase passes and they get to the real nitty-gritty stuff where it's more real, like you know, where couples usually run to problems. She's even more needing like more like validation, and she starts questioning his loyalty and stuff like that. So then a woman, like an old friend that Jude has known for a long time named Maeve, shows up in their life. And you know, our nameless narrator, she kind of becomes really good friends with her and gets to know her, and something happens. I'm not gonna spoil. She notices they're like how strong their friendship is, and once she got stuck in the routine of being like a girlfriend and stuff, she kind of came to like a quiet awakening, like this cannot be all to my life. But it was really well done how it was, because it was very irritating at first. She was just like, Jude, 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 that's all I care about. And then all of a sudden she's like, kind of starts wondering if there was any other lives that she could have lived. And because she, at some point, she's just wanted to be married and have a kid and like live on like a small town by yourself with your man, like. But yeah, and then she's just kind of like, I kind of like being in university, because she's a college graduate, but she's like, I kind of want to get my PhD in writing. She's also a writer, so she's very like reflective and introspective, and she's like, this whole book is, but she's like, I kind of want to like, I like the structure of school, and you know, I think that brought a lot of value in her life. For me, no, I think school was chaotic. But I think for someone that's, you know, has a passion for writing and they like are going in wanting to learn something specific, like I get it. So yeah, and it was just like a beautiful like awakening, but it was so quiet because I wasn't like really attached to any of the characters. It honestly felt like a little like a study I was reading about a human being and how they went from this to this. Yeah, it was beautifully written. I was really surprised by this book. Like, I was like, oh my god, I've never heard of this author or this book. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. Even the author is Australian, and yeah, I really like this book. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like it. I don't think everyone's gonna like it. I don't think it's for everyone. I think the main character is really frustrating, and I think after a while I was like, I think I just have to like power through it. There's a reason she's the way she is. Then I started seeing a little bit of myself in her, and I was like, oh, I kind of get you, girl. Like, you're still really annoying, but like when it comes to like romance and stuff, like I could really see I could see some parts of myself in her. So yeah, this is for the girlies that have an anxious attachment style, but they don't want to read it in nonfiction, but in fiction. This was really well done. Because it wasn't said like she has an anxious attachment style. It was just the way she would show up. And even I was like, girl, like, why are you so like this? Like, it's okay, he's already told you he likes you, you literally live with him. But it was like, that was never enough. It's like, what is enough? It's like, it's not about what's enough, it's about her trying to fill some like hole in her with romance, but then learning it doesn't actually fill it. That's not what she needs. But yeah, very good, Madeline Lucas. For some reason, I cannot get the book any bigger, which is so weird. Like, I will go in there and then I'll go to like content, and usually it lists a bunch of like chapters, but it's not. So I'm like, okay, I can't even show you the cover, so I'll just put it up here. So my plan is to take this iPad and read it at the beach. I don't know, we'll see how that works out. I don't want to start anything new until I finish Kafka on the Shore. I do have a different book in mind. Let me go get it. I don't think I've ever talked about this book. It's Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. I found this at a thrift store last winter. It was like $1.50, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I've read one book by this author, and I've heard really good things about this book. The book I read is called Rebecca, and I read that book when I was just getting into reading again. Yeah, I read Rebecca by her, and I really enjoyed it. It was super good, and I like her writing style. Like, I feel like when I was reading Rebecca, I felt like I was really inside the character's head, and I felt like I couldn't get out. And the plot twist at the end of the book was also super good. So I don't really remember what this book is about. Here's another story of love, death, and treachery by the master hand which created Rebecca, Frenchman's Creek, and the King's General. Daphne du Maurier tells the story of a beautiful Mary Yellen caught in the web of a mysterious and evil profession. She uncovers the secret of her brutal uncle, of her ghost-like aunt, who once had been beautiful. She learns of the false beacon lights that lure ships to that desolate Cornish coast. Ooh, coast. Okay, summer vibes, I'm assuming. And finally, among a sinister group of thieves, smugglers, and murderers, she discovers love. Okay, another romance for me to read. Because the story is told with the dramatic skill of Daphne du Maurier, the Mystery of Jamaica Inn has become a best-selling novel and celebrated motion picture. Oh wow, starring. Okay, so this is also turned into a movie. Maybe this could be a movie I can watch after. Interessante. But yeah, I would love to read this after I finish Kafka on the Shore. I don't think I'm gonna finish Kafka on the Shore this month. I don't know why. I feel like it's probably really long, and I don't know. But it's good to doubt myself. Not doubt myself, but like have lower expectations, because maybe then I'll finish it. But I've been avoiding. I keep starting other books, but I keep not wanting to read this. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. You know what it is? I think it's because I feel like I have to really, because I've read the couple of chapters from this book, and it felt like when I was reading it, I had to pay attention to every sentence, which, you know, as you should, but like, it felt like every sentence had a meaning, something deeper, something layered. So it's like I kind of have to like jot something down or like reread it and make sure like I got it. Like, I don't know, but I don't know, I keep pushing this book up. 38. I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go either on a run or go to the beach, but I think I'm gonna eat first. Hope y'all are reading good books. There's literally no more water in here, but look at my stickers. They're so cutesy. Okay, bye-bye.